So as we came down the Chesapeake Bay, there was a couple of things that were top of mind. First was there was a couple of different ways we were going to approach this. Originally, we were going to try to break it up into smaller pieces, but we could not find a weather window to break this out. So essentially, we just had to string together one good day and pretty much make the run all the way down to Norfolk. So the first thing I was really worried about was some of the military traffic. There's a lot of military zones that are restricted areas for training and things like that. The very first day I was actually on a conference call at the helm for work, and received a call on the radio that we were being asked by the U.S. Navy to alter course. We were outside their designated zone, but they had decided that day to extend the zone. So we had to move over closer to the primary shipping channels, which created a whole new series of issues. But we made it through there, and then we actually arrived early in Norfolk around 4 o'clock in the morning, and right at that time they were shutting down the entrance. We actually arrived about 3:30 in the morning, so we got there plenty early. But they were shutting down the entrance to allow a very, very large container ship in, so no traffic was allowed to go in or out of Norfolk from apparently 4 a.m. to whenever that ship got through. So we were going to try to beat it in at about 3:30 and try to tuck in before they arrived. And we got called on the radio by a container ship coming out of the channel in Norfolk, asking who we were. We had our AIS system operating, so they could see us coming in. They didn't know what type of vessel we were. They didn't look us up. They thought we were probably a fishing boat or something like that. But they asked what our intentions were and what kind of vessel we were, and I told them we're a 35-foot sailboat, and we're just going to hang out in the north end of the channel. He had himself and another container ship behind him coming out, which we couldn't see around the corner. I could see them on AIS, but I wasn't 100% sure that they were actually leaving. So they were. So we had to wait until those two ships came out. They actually chuckled on the radio once they found out we were a 35-foot sailboat. But we ended up on the north end of the channel, just kind of did circles for a few hours until they got out, and then the big container ship that they closed the harbor down for came in. And we followed them in, but we essentially had to do circles in a restricted, no anchoring area. I don't know if there was unexploded ordnance on the bottom or anything like that, but it was great because we wanted to wait for daylight anyway to get in there. So we just kind of sat out there for a couple hours and did circles and waited for the traffic to clear. Went into Norfolk just as the sun was rising, and it was beautiful, and there was quite a bit of traffic in there. A lot of tugs moving back and forth, a lot of fishing boats, etc. But all in all, it was an eventful trip. It was a little chilly, but we had a good time, and we're very, very glad to reach a huge milestone for us, which was mile 0 on the Intracoastal Waterway, which we passed coming into Portsmouth. So that's a quick summary.
We made it to the Tidewater Marina in Portsmouth, Virginia after a long day and night in the Chesapeake Bay. After we were able to get some shut-eye, we wandered over to the Marina restaurant to have a late lunch. The Marina restaurant had a great view of the marina. We had beautiful views of both Portsmouth and Norfolk. The marina had delicious Chesapeake crab available. It was so good. While we were in Portsmouth, we visited our friend Kevin on sailing vessel So Bad. His marina was a quick walk away. Kevin's wife and our friend Christy was unfortunately out of town, But we got to see Kevin, and he gave us a tour of Sobad. We had dinner, and he even took us grocery shopping. Thank you, Kevin, for everything. We officially started our journey down the Intra-Coastal Waterway, also known as the ICW. We chose to go down the Virginia Cut versus the Dismal Swamp.
Land beside the water's where I wanna go. It's mill towns and rail lines, places that I know. I can watch.
Okay, well, we're cruising the ICW. Woohoo! We're actually doing the ICW. Just hit me, actually. Just because we've had so much traffic and bridges, and now it's kind of not industry anymore.
Yeah.
It's really well marked. I'll give it that. Just cruising along. It's really exciting to be finally in the ICW.
It is exciting.
Finally.
And obviously it's cold.
Nah.
Bundled up. That part's not fun.
Yeah, it's not the summertime ICW trip people hope for, but always a place to park.
That is true. As we finished the Great Bridge Lock and waited for opening to pass through the Great Bridge in Chesapeake, Virginia, we noticed some soldiers in the park. These were not our modern-day soldiers. They were reenactors from the Revolutionary War.
Some musket firing.
Oh, God.
Confirm, southbound vessel clear for the bridge. Copy that, thank you.
Apparently, the Battle of the Great Bridge is going on right now. Here's the Great Bridge, by the way. We're going under it, while a reenactment battle is going on behind us. This is really cool and odd, all at the same time. I don't know if they do this all the time, or
When
we
come through, they heard we were coming.
they heard we're coming, and they had to, put on a show for us. This is the Great Bridge.
We parked Anarita at the Atlantic Yacht Basin in Chesapeake, Virginia, and then headed over the Great Bridge to explore the town. We found a great hangout for beer and pretzels. As we spent the next several days waiting on a weather window, we found they also had great music and trivia, in which we won a t-shirt for coming in second place. I think we did pretty good, as first place had 4 people and we just had the 2 of us. We headed out of Chesapeake, Virginia towards Coin Jock, North Carolina.
Broken hearted and alone in a Blue Ridge mountain home. 17's not older.
We made it to Coinjock Marina and hung out with our new cruising friends on sailing vessel Sadie. We had to try the delicious prime rib in which the marina restaurant is known for.
We are headed to the mouth of the Alligator River from Coinjock, North Carolina, and it is very still water in the North River today. Hello!
The geography's changing.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see. We're getting south. We're in swampy land where things are named after alligators.
Yep.
I don't think there are any alligators though.
I hope not. That's a little scary.
I think it's too cold.
Yeah, this is beautiful. It really is. It's calm water. Birds.
Which is great for the Albemarle Sound.
Yeah, we're going through the sound coming up here soon. Which, yeah, on windy days you don't want to be doing. So we're going to cross that and go over to the Alligator River. We were buzzed by a plane that almost hit our mast. That was exciting.
Yeah, they were at mast height where he was. This is a guy in a seaplane. I think he just took off. And I don't know if he saw us when he took off, but he had I could see his face. We exchanged glances. And he looked as concerned about the situation as I did.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to hit our mast. You're all like steering away from him.
He winked at me.
Heading into the sound.
Nothing's not an answer when miles separate. I can hear you crying for nights too long away. Broken hearted.
We made it to Alligator River Marina and had dinner with our friends from sailing vessel Sadie. We got up early and left the next day.
We are leaving Alligator Marina.
In a Blue Ridge mountain home, broken hearted and alone. In a Blue Ridge mountain home.
We made it to Belhaven, North Carolina, and parked Anna Rita at the Belhaven Marina, which was an adorable and really nice marina. The next day it was really foggy, so we spent an extra day exploring the town and hanging out with our friends on sailing vessel Sadie. Everyone in Belhaven was so nice and welcoming. We enjoyed our time in Belhaven.
Laying beside the waters where I wanna go. It's mill towns and rail lines, places that I know. I can watch the day